Hello viewers, it's the Mindful Man reading another section from the Eden Plot. That's very perceptive of you, Maggie, he said, looking at the name on her lapel badge. May I call you Maggie? In fact, I've been there long enough and I'm thinking about a move. I've been to talk to someone in the diocese about it, to see if there's anything coming up. I shouldn't be telling you this, really. It's all right. I'm a social worker. I keep confidence, as she replied, with a toss of her head and a smile. When lunch was over, it had been some rather tasteless chicken with chips and various salads. They went into the garden room for the afternoon session. After a brief introduction, the speaker rose to give the next lecture of the weekend. Ladbroke was near the front with a clipboard on his knee and a pad of lined paper, and Maggie sat beside him. The lecturer, an ample and untidy woman in her 40s, spoke on the theme, Sex and Power, the Kiss Down the Ages. Beginning with well-known events, she traced the ambiguity of the gesture in public life. Turning to religion, the lecturer, now well into her stride, went on to describe the kiss of peace in Christian worship. In the early church it had originally been a real kiss, but later on the priest and the deacon had simply placed their hands on each other's shoulders and bowed, and then passed the gesture to the congregation. Why had this happened? Had St. Augustine's famous 5th century fear of sex twisted a simple human gesture into something artificial? Should a kiss now replace the mutual handshake so common in today's church services? After dinner, a lecture on the place of the sensuous in poetry provided a lighter note. No one wanted anything too serious at that stage of a conference anyway. They laughed in an exaggerated way, perhaps revealing their own unease at a subject that touched their own self-awareness and identity. The sexual excitement of young lovers could be so intense, they were reminded. Shakespeare had written about the reckless abandon and passion of youth. He had his lovers in Twelfth Night say, "Then come kiss me, sweet and 20, use the stuff will not endure." Oscar Wilde had pointed to the deceit that lay within this sensuous touch. He had seen the power of the kiss to destroy as it pursued its selfish ends. Yet each man kills the thing he loves, by each let this be heard. Some do it with a bitter look, some with a flattering word. The coward does it with a kiss, the brave man with a sword. Thinking of the Bible as an example of great literature, the speaker went on to find the erotic present in its pages too. The opening words of the Song of Solomon spoke of the sheer intoxication of physical attraction. The girl in the poem had said, "Let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth, for your love is better than wine." That poem was a triumph of sensuous literature, the speaker claimed, a masterpiece of writing about passion between a boy and a girl. Hope you enjoyed this section of the Eden Plot by Paul G. Brett.